Hey guys, what's up? It's Samantha, and today I'm going to be memory keeping and talking about the books that I read during the week of February 14th through the 20th, which was obviously Valentine's Day week, and I used this Scribble Prince Co. kit that I think was from last year. I believe so, and then I pulled in an older matte gold, matte bronze wiggle format that didn't have any scripts or the newer icon kind of stuff. It was from 2 foil formats ago from Scribble Prince Co. And I did pull in a couple of gold items, like for the days of the week scripts at the top of the page, since these are undated, unlabeled inserts from Print Impression that I've been trying out for the past few spreads. But I didn't really pull in too much other foil. I didn't use any scripts at all, which you will see at the end of the video, which is quite different for me. My hand hurts so much after filling all of it out all at once. That's a big part of why I do so many custom scripts and stuff. My finger joints just start to hurt a lot after I write that much, especially because I'm doing more careful writing. And so this week was pretty chill. Joe and I usually don't do very much for Valentine's Day because our wedding anniversary is a few weeks before Valentine's Day and our dating anniversary is a couple weeks after Valentine's Day. And I've never been a particular fan of the holiday. So for Valentine's Day, Joe basically just went and got Chipotle on his way home from work and brought that home so I didn't have to cook dinner and we could just hang out together and play balloons, which has been the game we've been playing a ton of. You will see little balloon icons all over my spreads, and you probably have for the last few videos, but it's basically a tower defense game where you play as monkeys that are popping balloons that are quote unquote like invading their land. And it's a really fun game. I like tower defense games, and there is a co-op mode, but Joe and I usually play single player, and then we will kind of discuss strategy and stuff. And it's one of the first games we've ever played where I have been significantly better than Joe at it. And it makes me very happy. But we play it pretty much, not every night, but we play it a lot of nights, even if just for a little bit. So I did buy a bunch of little balloon icons from Scribble Prince Co. because I've been using them to mark playing the game since you're popping balloons. I thought that would be a cute thing. So that's what all those balloons are that you'll see me put down. But yeah, I read 3 books this week and I liked all of them. I read the 10th book in the Ice Planet Barbarian series, Barbarian's Heart. So this is like kind of a second chance romance. This is a pair, like a couple in the book that already mated, but they never got their story. And there's an accident that happens and the dude basically bonks his head and loses his memory of the last couple years. So he doesn't remember that he's, resonated to this human woman. He doesn't remember the humans crash landing on the planet. He doesn't remember any of this stuff. So it's basically them finding their way back to each other. It was cute. I liked it. It was like a 3-star read. It wasn't my favorite in the series, but it wasn't my least favorite either. So, just more Barbarian fun. And then the next book I read was The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. And I liked this more than I liked The Bone Season. I found The Bone Season to be not what I was expecting. I wanted more of the crime lord syndicate kind of stuff, and the Mime Order definitely delivered on that. It was more what I thought the Bone Season was going to be. I gave it 3 stars. I feel like I like Samantha Shannon's writing, but I never love it. I really struggle with her writing style, and something that I've noticed from I'm currently reading the third book in this series, so it'll be the fourth book from Samantha Shannon that I've read. I find her writing feels really long, her books feel longer than they actually are, whether I'm physically reading it, whether I'm reading it on an ebook, whether I'm listening to the audiobook. I will find myself, if I pop the audiobook on, I'll be like, oh, I've probably listened to an hour of this. And then I will look at the clock and it's been 12 minutes. So if you ever need time to slow down, listen to one of her books, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're not bad. Her world building is always really interesting. I just struggle with her writing style and her pacing, I guess. I don't even know how else to articulate it other than her books just feel way longer than they actually are. So do with that information what you will. I know so many people love this one, and I kept seeing this one specifically on TikToks and Reels of people saying that this book gave them emotional damage. It did not give me emotional damage at all. I didn't really think it was emotional at all. There's like a betrayal in the book that I think is supposed to be the emotional damage that people are talking about, and I'm like being vague. But I wasn't attached to the character, or I didn't think the character that betrayed was, like a great character or a great person, or I don't know. It was just, I don't understand what people thought was emotionally damaging about that book. So if someone has read this book and wants to fill me in on what the consensus is, that the thing that was emotionally damaging, please let me know, because I'm very, very confused about this. And then the last book I read was House of Earth and Blood, the first Crescent City novel by Sarah J. Maas. And this is probably one of the biggest surprises. For me, I alternate between kind of liking and disliking ACOTAR. There's parts of it that I think are fun. I hate the third book with a fiery burning passion. I cannot stand Reese. I think he's like a giant red flag, and so many people are like, he's great. And I'm like, if he was a real person, he's like toxic and gaslighting and not a great partner, and people idolize him, and that wigs me out to no end. But I've never been a fan of him, but I like all the side characters, which is why I liked A Court of Silver Flames a lot. But I really, really liked the first Crescent City book. Like, I loved it. I flew through it. I got choked up at the end. I liked the plot. I liked the characters. I like Brune Dannon a lot, who's my new favorite, SJM dude. Him and Cassian are at the top of the list for me. But yeah, I was shocked. The first 100 pages were awful. I read the first 100 pages and my eyes were basically crossing. There's so much info dumping in the first 100 pages. It's not a perfect book. For me, 5 stars was just my enjoyment of it. I can definitely talk about pacing issues and that kind of stuff. The first 100 pages are terrible. And I know a lot of people read the beginning and were like, I'm not even going to bother. And I almost DNF'd. I was like, I can't believe I bought this book. And I pushed through. I used the audiobook to push through the very beginning. And then it turns out you don't even need to remember anything that happens in the first 100 pages because, it's on the front flap. Everyone dies. There's like 3,000 characters thrown at you. And I'm like, how am I supposed to keep all these people straight? Well, they all die. So none of it matters. You only have to remember her BFF's name. And anytime someone else is brought up, it's like referenced who they are, that they're one of the people that died or whatever. So once I pushed past that, I was like, oh, none of this even, it mattered, but like I didn't have to remember all of the information that was dumped on me. That makes sense? I don't know. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I actually kind of loved it, which makes me feel weird because now I feel like I might have joined the cult of SJM and I don't know how to feel about that. So, maybe someone send help. I don't know how this happened, but here I am obsessed with an SJM book. So this is almost the finished spread here. I had to cut out a section. I accidentally did the whole part with me putting down the hinged third box. I accidentally did that off screen. I had the page too low. So that's what I was doing, trying to make all of the stuff fit into one day. Sundays are almost always my busiest day, just getting chores and stuff done to get prepared for the week ahead and all of that fun stuff, dealing with house issues and, fun. So this is the finished spread, and I really like how this came out, especially since I didn't use scripts, which is way different than how I normally plan. My hand is still cramping from writing all of this out, but I really liked doing this. It was nice to have a different, darker Valentine's Day spread, and I really like how it turned out. And then I got to pull in some of my Halloween girls from Fox and Cactus, So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys are still liking these close-up shots at the end, or if I should do a wiggle. I think I asked in the last video, but I'm still curious to know. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.